Hello there, good morning, and thanks for tuning in and staying with us here on Prime Morning. It's time for us to get into News Flash. It is proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still, folks, Papa Pathia. This morning we entreat you to go there and grab something for yourself. Now, if you're looking for any gadgets when it comes to phones and accessories, we've got them. Refrigerators we are selling as well, and you can get a tabletop and any other size that you choose to buy. You'll definitely get it when you get to Franco Trading Enterprise. CCTV cameras for you to be able to monitor your environment, your homes, your offices, your shops when you're away. Anytime, anywhere, you can monitor and see what goes on over there. Franco Trading Enterprise is giving you quality, and we've got television screens as well. We've got 32 inches to 55 inches, and you can always buy from us. Those of you out there who are looking forward to making sure that you have a better life in terms of your electronics, don't forget, Franco Trading Enterprise is the place you can go. Give us a call, 0555-939-311, and speak to us. Do not pick any number on social media to do business with us. So call the number you can see on your screen right now. Don't forget that you can also download the app. It's Franco Trading app on Google Play Store, and you're good to go. Our website is www.francotradingenterprise.com, and you can get all the inquiries you want to make. Our branches, our numbers, the times, the electronics, and everything that we have, you can get access to it once you are on our website. It's that simple. Please, once again, do not pick any numbers on social media to speak to us. Call the number you can see on your screen right now. Franco Trading Enterprise, the leading electronic retail shop here in the country, and we give you quality, and that's what we're asking you to actually purchase this morning. And, well, a big thank you to them for making it possible for us to have this conversation here on News Flash. Don't forget that we're still playing game and we're still giving money. *281# is the number you can dial right now. Option is number 7, which is Joy Prime. And you proceed to the amount of money you want to play. Starts from 5 cities upwards, and you could play 5 cities and win 1,000 Ghana cedis for yourself. Some people are winning 2,000 cedis and 3,000 cedis and above. You can also win, and you can play as many times as you wish to. And I'll be giving some monies out today as well. So do well and play. *281#. Option number 7 is Joy Prime, and you're good to go. All right. We'll see about that a little later. Now, let's get into it. We're going to be looking at the front pages of the newspapers this morning, and then I'll come back to the studio. My guests are already seated, and today we're giving our attention to the Agyapadie document. And so let us know what you make of it. Have you heard anything about it? They say it's fake. Some also believe that about 90% of the things that were said, it's been implemented right now. So what makes it fake? We're going to be looking at it this morning here on the show. So do well and send your messages ahead of time. Our WhatsApp line is active. We're streaming live on Facebook as Joy Prime on Facebook. And our WhatsApp line is on your screen, so you can just join in and send your messages to us. Now, this morning, Daily Graphic is here. And the front page says that President tightens grip on public lands. Presidential approval now needed for sale and transfer. Introduce a broad-based toll system. Dr. Baumia to road sector stakeholders. Now we need $271.7 billion to expand roads, says the finance minister. 100,000 farmers to benefit from agribusiness project. That's also captured on the front page of the Daily Graphic. Now, NGO launches campaign against methane emission, and CRS partners develop wash toolbox for schools. That's the Daily Graphic this morning. Daily Guide is here this morning. It says that Baumia pokes a road toll debate, and I confirm Ghost chases Mahama. Security beefed up in Myanmar over clashes, and NIP launches a presidential pitch. And Joe Gatti committee submits Black Shield report to Parliament. That's also captured on the front page of the Daily Guide. In the middle somewhere, it says, Kaiser drops will be mine. Stanbic Bank revive Giants spirit with an evening with to me, and deadly obsession set to conquer film market. On the back page, it says, Kotoko face DC United in US, GMA Japan, Motors Corporate run launched, and UEFA bans Morata Rodri from Gibraltar chant, and Messi's Ibiza house vandalized. Argentina president rallies support. That's also captured at the back page of the Daily Guide. The last one will be the Ghanaian Times of this morning. It says that security services recruitment and enlistment must be transparent. Only qualified persons have to be recruited. 4 security experts says so. And Ghana receives 155 million US dollars that's World Bank support to restore degraded coastal areas. And Mrs. Ophelia Mensah for this capture over there. Paulugu Dam, 12 million US dollars payment. We will hold those responsible accountable. John Dramani Mahama says so. And the government awards contracts to relatives, friends through sole sourcing. Sami Jemfi alleges. Page 13 has got the story on that. You can read about it also. At the back page, it says half of Ghanaian babies not exclusively breastfed, says the Ghana Statistical Service. And away from that, 81 women's groups receive Plan Ghana grants. That's also captured by the Ghanaian Times at the back page. So these are the reports on the front pages of the various newspapers, Daily Graphic, Daily Guide, and Ghanaian Times today. We're going to move on to our substantive issue this morning, and you can also join in by sending your messages to us. Our WhatsApp line is active, and we're streaming live on Facebook. Joining me this morning here in the studio, lawyer Kwame Jantua, Esquire, is here. He's a senior member of the CPP and also chairman, oil and gas sector of the AGI. Good morning. How are you doing, lawyer?
Morning. I'm not well.
Today you're better than before.
I have a serious flu, but hey,
oh my goodness,
duty calls. So
for God and country.
For God and country,
as we always say. Is it always the case, by the way?
That what?
For God and country. Some make it public interest, personal interest.
Listen. If you're a patriotic person, you'll do anything for your country and not expect rewards for it. Unfortunately, that is what we've lost in this country, where people would prefer to do things and get rewards for. But if you have a sacrificial attitude, you'll do anything for your country, But we've lost that in this country.
Anyway.
Personal interest seems to have taken the place of patriotism. If you can bring it back, it will be good, but it's going to be very difficult.
It's going to be very difficult. I don't know how we're going to do that, but...
A lot of people ask me, so Mr. Janto, all these stations you go on to, they're paying you some good money. Oh. I just keep quiet. I don't say anything.
It's for God and country. We don't take that for granted. We're really grateful that you can make time for us this morning. EA Metal Nuno is here from the NDC communications team. Bro, how are you doing? You looks like you're stuck with this for good thing, eh?
Oh, yeah.
This is your brand.
I learned from the founder.
He learned from Alex.
And you're getting the
grade. He learned from Alex.
I have about 5 here. I saw it yesterday. I was excited.
5. Oh,
5.
okay.
I literally counted them.
5.
Just to be sure.
I can count like 15.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I can count like 15.
Then I should be more than happy.
By next year, it will all be white. Yeah. I learned from my seniors, Joy Rollins, Alex, Segbefia, most of our party people, we normally wear the smoke before the others also learned, so I learned from them. We are showing high sense of patriotism, just like Senior Council mentioned earlier. We want people to patronize made in Ghana goods more. So I'm not surprised that today my brothers also do that. They learn from us. Those times it was the NDC, members of the NDC. We are socialists. Yeah. So, and we actually learned from the CPP. And most of the people from the NDC are from the CPP stock. See, we have lots of things in common. Unlike Emmanuel's party, they are on a different side. But this morning, it's been a very good morning, and we can just wish the best. There's been lots of things happening. And yesterday I was watching you in the morning before I set off, talking about the happenings in the UK. And I think it's very, very, very sad. Despite the fact that the young man, black man, killed about 3 people, the way they are responding to it is overboard. But you can't blame them. So I pray the authorities will be able to handle it well. And then our commissions there should make sure and ensure that the Ghanaians there are safe. This morning I've not really monitored
Well, from what he said yesterday, the ambassador said yesterday, there have not been casualties yet in terms of Ghanaians.
Yeah.
It's just one report that they had, but even that, it's been, sorted out.
Yeah, and most of the colored people going to work this morning, they have, some of them have police escorts. Police escorts them to where they are going because they want to protect them. Yeah.
Where is
So this morning, that's the update I got. Like some police escorting the colored people, especially the blacks. Not even in the Middlesbrough and the places that was it happened. And there's a lot of noise in South London, Croydon, Mitcham, and the rest. So I think that it's a concern, even though we're in Ghana. For people like yourself and me, we have high interest in what happens there in the UK. So.
But that's your home, your second home, man.
It's a concern for all of us.
All right. Thanks for the time this morning. I'm grateful that you were able to join us. Emmanuel Senyo Ameklendo is joining us from the NPP. He's a communications team member. Ima, good morning. How are you doing, bro?
Good morning, KMG.
I'm well. Thanks for asking. All right, so you can also join us. We do this with you, so please do well to join us and share your thought with us. Let us know what you think. So I said earlier that we're looking at the Agyapadie documents. Now, there's a lot of controversy surrounding this. Some says it's fake documents, others says it's not. Now, the former president says that it could be a fake document, but what about the implementation? What is fake about it? Because it looks like most of the things that were said over there are actually things that are happening. And so there has been a serious concern about this. Yesterday, Gabi said something. I'm going to get that and then we'll take a look at it as well with regards to this very same thing. But I'm going to try as much as possible to read the foreword so that those of us out there, it pretty much sums up what exactly the entire conversation is all about, so that those of us who probably are hearing it for the first time will get to have a better understanding of what it is. So the foreword, it says that to our future, made up of the present and the unborn, for whom this will of a nation is being prepared, to our foremost king of repaying the progenies spread across this world, for whom and to whom alone this sacred document is prepared, as the heirs of Nana Apienin, Kwaframa, Nana Kuntum Kununku, and of repaying, our people were never defeated in the wars of old. We were nobody's subject, and yet, after 1957, we were made to live in the shadows of the descendants of people who never defeated us in war, while the Asante Kingdom was uplifted to put us in the shade. In relatively recent times, the struggles and works of J.B. Dankwa to restore Ochiman to its original glory were thwarted, but he fought bravely to the end. With the arrival of Nana, we see the brave birth of a second J.B. Dankwa who has come to the rescue. Fully cognizant that we are currently part of the modern nation of Ghana, the name of which was originally proposed by the illustrious son of Oporipein Fie of Ochiman, J.B. Dankwa, and aware that it is currently made up of other diverse peoples, we have to assert our old selves and ensure that we no longer continue to live in the shadows of other kings and people whose forebears were defeated in wars. In spite of our tremendous contribution to this Ghana entity, Ochiman has not been credited with the appropriate awe and grandeur that we rightly deserve in recent times. Currently, with Nana in total control of the whole entity of Ghana, we have a duty to ensure that we take over the commanding heights of the essential fabric of the country, in order that even in the event that Nana leaves the scene after the mandatory 8 years, the sons and daughters of Ochiman would be firmly secured and such control both financially and economically that we can no longer be ignored in the battle to control the destiny of Ghana. To achieve, we need to appropriate the fundamental economic and financial levers which would guarantee such control in years to come. In doing this, we need to be strategic. We would have to work with other people from some of the diverse ethnic groups, including some carefully selected people in Asante and other diverse ethnicities or lands. This would make them believe that they also have a hand in the pie. It would obscure any suspicion that the project is essentially an Afro-European project. This point is crucial because with electoral politics, we have to have our eyes on the numbers in the electoral process. We cannot be blatant until we are completely secure in the endeavor. It is especially so because so far, the Asantes constitute the single most populous ethnic group in the country. Although the Asante group within the current NPP is gearing itself to take over the party after Nana's tenure in 2024, it would be ideal if we could work to bypass them in 2024. With hard work, we could work to pass the mantle over to a non-Akan person, preferably from the north, under whose presidency we could secure the maturity of our takeover project. When we have finally captured the command and control sectors of the country for our private use, we would then be in a better position to wield the necessary political and economic muscle to manage the destiny of this country under the reign of the House of Oforipeni. To be specific, we need to strengthen our efforts to control the mineral resources as well as the electricity and water institutions. The success of this project depends on the way in which we, for the time being, control the judiciary and the press. We conclude with a word of caution. Until we have secured the critical sectors under our control, we should minimize the danger of obvious acts of individual corruption in order not to alienate the rest of the population. We must focus on the ultimate goal. We must seek first the economic and financial levers, and all others follow eventually. Oforiatta. And that's the foreword to the entire document. Now, if you check the document, it's got content as such as economic and financial sector control. It's got the political terrain, religion and chieftaincy, the national situation regards to the media landscape. And these are places under which they have all the sectors that were also mentioned in there. Lawyer. Ima, is this fake?
Well, thank you very much. A very good morning. I'm surprised why a lawyer will say that there's an MPP man here. This document is not coming from MPP, so I'm surprised why a lawyer is not, directing the question to me. Well, very good morning to your cherished viewers. And I bring you greetings from His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. Let me first and foremost state and draw the attention of the entire US and Ghanaians that this document, so-called Agyapadie document, is fake, it is evil, it's malicious, and must be treated with all that we can. And let's discard it. You see, I am not, to some extent, surprised because the NDC as a party, their modus operandi has been to, spew lies, to ride on propaganda. If you listen to the former president, somewhere prior to the 2016 election, he stood on a platform and he made all of us to believe that when it is time for elections, that is when you must, tell lies, mix it with all of whatever it is for you to be able to win the heart of the voters. So I am not surprised that at this crucial moment, when we should be thinking of policies that would interest our colleagues, our children, our brothers and sisters, the NDC is rather, focus on how to actually sway the attention of voters from the good policies being outlined by His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. Now, let me make reference to their previous agenda that they've had in the previous years. Between the 90s and 2000, the same scheme that they set. They said, well, Kufuor will sack Zongo people from Ghana. It was an agenda that the NDC actually wrote on. The same year, they said Kufuor would change the capital to Kumasi. He said he would change Accra to Kumasi. Within that same year, they said Kufuor will carry the sea from the coast to Ashanti region. This is the NDC. Now, fast forward, 2004, they said what? Giselle Yazi, twins propaganda. I don't know if you have, how do you call it? If you can recall all of these events. Now, the hotel, the Wawa issue that also popped up in 2004, prior to the election.
it was a strong narration that the NDC actually paraded with.
They are doing the same with the Agyapadie.
I'm coming, my brother. Now, in 2008, they said the Great Ashanti Project. That is what they came out with, the Great Ashanti Project. Now, knowing very well that the so-called purported so-called Ashanti Project did not work, they now changed it to the Achim Project. Now, within that same year, they said what? Bank of Ghana missing gold reserves propaganda by Fifi Kwete. And don't forget, Fifi Kwete, he's a well-known propagandist. He likes to lie a lot. The General Secretary of the NDC. I'm saying this because there have been countless occasions. A man in his stature who will go to the north and be comparing our vice president, who is now a flag bearer, that a son of their own. You know, I will give you all that you need to know. Now, in terms of, I'm coming. No, hold on, give me the time, because when you directed it to lawyer felt that I should explain.
Yeah, but you've mentioned quite a number of them.
Hold on. Now, this whole so-called Agyapadie document or whatever it is, I don't know where it's emanating from. Since the era of Nana Addo, the NDC actually quickly, in 2017, they changed the document to the Achim Mafia Plan. In 2017.
Same document.
The same document. And this same document is less than 30 pages. I have a copy here, and I think I can even see Mr. Jantua with a copy of the same document. It is less than 30 pages. Now, fast forward. In 2020, June, they now compiled every event that happened between 2017 to 2020. It amazes me why in this book, the so-called prophets, the so-called propagandists, the evil intended NDC and their leader, they could not tell us that there was going to be COVID, the number of people who will be dying. Why didn't they import that into the documents? Now,
they needed to have COVID in there to prove that it's.
They are actually behind this document. They are actually.
What shows that they are behind?
Hold on. I am giving you instances of events that has happened over the years, and that should open your eyes to know that no, these evil people are up to something again. And let me tell you something. We as a political party, the NPP, we are focused. We are eyes widely open.
The former president thinks that even if it's fake, they're happening.
I am coming.
Right
I will
now.
get there to that. I will get to that place. Now, in November 2020, the first book now came out with compilation of stories, events, activities that were online. To the extent that Professor Kweku Azen's publication on CDD websites has to be imported into the so-called document. Verbatim. They could not even use the AI tools to even paraphrase. They copied, they did lifting and pasted the same thing. And this is circulating on social media, and I'm sure you've seen that document. But you see, before I go to the nitty-gritty of this whole thing, I want you to give me the time, because he directed
but you can't have all the time.
I can't have all the time,
also
but,
here to
but I want you to understand that.
Speak to the issue. So.
I want you to understand that the former president, I would ordinarily not want to speak to this issue, because this is not what we should be thinking of as at today.
But it's a major concern.
But as far as
worried about
the former president has jumped into this issue, it means that himself, together with the NDC as a party, they are evil. They want to throw this country into chaos, and for that matter, we'll bring out the issues. Now, what are the issues over here? They came out with some purported issues that in the same document, when you look at the second document, they said, no, that was the first document. They said Kenoforiata was going to be the successor to Nana Addo. Now, at a point in time, they realized that no, the event unfolding, ever.
But I've had that conversation in certain top places in the NPP.
Well, I am not aware of that.
I've heard about
I am not aware
I've
of
had
that.
conversations like that.
Now, at some point in time, in the second document, you realize that they have updated the document, and in that document, what surprises me is that they could not even name whoever it was. They said, a northerner, someone from the northern region will be taking over the party. The so-called prophets, if indeed it was a document planned by the said group, that is the Achim, as they are saying, then they should, you know, in white and black, right over there that His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia was going to take over. They should not allege by saying that.
So this, according to them, was a second document. They couldn't have mentioned verbatim the individuals that were going to take over.
So that should tell you if indeed it is a strategic document emanating from the Achims. A document that I have as a strategy, I should be able to spell out that ABC is what we intend to do. You are saying that a certain northerner will take over. Who doesn't know that at some point in time before 2020 or even after 2020, who never knew that Nana Addo at all costs would want to hand over to Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia? If you are in this country, I never knew that.
The NPP knew that.
Oh, come on, please. Please. This thing was obvious. It was very obvious that His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia was going to take over. So where would the so-called evil people be now plotting to be, you know, importing into the said document? And you see, what amazes me is that...
All right, so I'll come back to you.
They are not even smart enough. The NDC has not been smart enough to be able to document the said malicious document. Why do I say that? At some point in time, one Antoinette Kwafu, I think Kwafu also, who works formerly with MTN, and then came to Barclays Bank. Barclays Bank, that is now ABSA. They said this woman was going to take over from, how do you call it, EcoBank as the CEO. That is in the second document. Today, is that woman the CEO? Is Antoinette the CEO? Why do we continue to write on lies?
Okay, Senor.
The entire so-called Agyapadie document is actually lies.
All right, Senor, I'll come back
We
to you.
must disregard it. We must throw it away. We must consider the NDC and their leader as evil people who do not have any message for this country. The only message they have is to write on lies.
Okay.
And I'll give you more when
I'll come back to you again. But let me go to Metal. How do you respond to this? The NDC is lying about this.
Thank you very much, AJ. And a very good morning to your good self. A very good morning to our Church US. And a good morning to the incoming President of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And may God guide and protect him wherever he is. Now, the Agyapadie document, reading the whole document, we've maintained that a vote for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is a third term for His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, we in NDC have always maintained. So, with the happenings and the unfolding of the content of the Agyapadie document, it doesn't come as a surprise to us in the NDC. You see, this morning, with the topic that we are supposed to discuss, the Bible verse that came into my mind was the 1 Kings chapter 12, verse 11. And it says that, my father laid upon you heavy yokes. I would even make it heavier. If my father chastised you with whips, I would chastise you with scorpions. So if you look at the father and son relationship, if you look at the content of the Agyapadie document, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia as a son, and you look at the things that His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo said before the 2016 elections, one district, one factory, one village, one dam. I'll protect the public purse. The public purse today is missing. I'll put my presidency on the line. I'll make sure I end Galamsey. He rather was the clearing agent and the chief superintendent of Galamsey issues in Ghana. So somebody who says this, and then he comes to power and then makes it worse. He laid upon Ghanaians heavy yokes. And then Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia comes today and is talking about Mufasti and Omami. He goes on campaign platforms instead of talking about policies, he goes on campaign platforms to dance. He meets the youth who are unemployed today, who are struggling to get jobs, and the best you could tell them is that they should continue to wallow in poverty.
John
but then
has also dancing a couple of times.
They should continue to wallow in poverty, and that's if they want iPhone, they can go for phones and 1 Ghana cedi, 2 Ghana cedis. He's not thinking about any vision or any plan to make sure that you take the youth in this country that are suffering, that do not have the purchasing power, that are living under the normal standard of living, to give them jobs. But what he can think about is to give them phones, iPhones, and expensive phones that they cannot buy, and they'll pay 1 Ghana cedi, 2 Ghana cedi. This is the kind of person that we are dealing with. This is the kind of person that the Agyapadie document wants to make the president after His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. The entire document is disgusting, it's nauseating, it's dishonorable, it's scandalous, and every Ghanaian must stand up to make sure that this Agyapadie document does not complete all their operations and realize them. What are some of the things in the Agyapadie document? KMG, the first time I set my eyes on this Agyapadie document was not last year, in 2023. It wasn't in 2022. Neither was it in 2020. As far back as about 6 years ago.
You saw this document?
This Agyapadie document was out. As far back as 6 years ago. So you cannot say that the members of the NDC wrote this Agyapadie document.
So the NDC didn't write this Agyapadie.
Assuming that it was not even written by the MPP. Assuming that it was not written by the MPP. This document was in the system about 6 years ago. Assuming it was not.
That would be a prophecy if it was written by someone else.
So it's written by someone.
So it means it's not the NPP that is orchestrating the things that are happening.
So it's a prophecy. Assuming it was not written by somebody else. Assuming that, let's take it that hook, line, and sinker, that what the MPP is saying that the document is fabricated and all that. Let's assume without admitting that is true. Now you look inside the document, and the document 6 years ago tells you that they are going to make Nana Akufo-Addo's cousin, who is the owner of Data Bank, Ken Ofori-Atta, his bank, to become the transaction advisor to the government of Ghana when they are going for loans. Today, and in their term of office, is Data Bank not the transaction advisor to the government of Ghana?
Coincidental, maybe it just happened.
How can it be coincidental?
If they didn't write
so all these things become coincidental. I'll mention lots of them, and then we'll see whether it was coincidental. And Ghanaians are watching. A document that has been in the system about 6 years ago, and the document has captured inside the document, the Agyapadie document, that His Excellency's brother, his mother's sister's son, Ken Ofori-Atta, the owner of Data Bank, that bank will become transaction advisors to Ghana, and he explains why. The government of Ghana, from the time that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo came from 2017, they came to meet public debt of 120 billion Ghana cedis. And this debt was from Nkrumah, through Achampon, all the military regimes, through Rawlings, to John Dramani Mahama, 120 billion. And in the space of 7 years and about 7 months, this MPP administration has borrowed over 600 billion plus. You know why they were borrowing too much? Because anytime they borrow, Ghanaians, the president's family, his mother's sister's son, Ken Ofori-Atta, his bank, they get commissions from the borrowing that we go for. In the document, you find out that the pro-NDC media houses, they were going to collapse them. From 2017 to now, we saw pro-NDC, we know them. You know Power FM, you know XYZ, you know Radio Gold, and then Munti FM, and then all of that. Were they collapsed or not? Is this so much of a coincidence? Data Bank taking over the transaction advisor for government, the media houses being collapsed, NDC media houses being collapsed, and inside the document again, when you come to the telecommunication, County GVG, that they want to take over the telecommunication sector to be able to monitor calls of certain targeted people and all that. Is County GVG not in existence? When you look at that same document, again, they wanted to will the whole of Ghana, our minerals, to their family members, a small group of family. They wanted to will all of them. You remember not the Agyapadie, the Agyapadie bill that they sent. If that bill had gone through, if not for the vigilance of the NDC members in parliament, if not for the vigilance of Ghanaians, if not for the media people like yourself, if not for civil society organizations that stood up and spoke heavily against it. By this time, these people, these MPP people, not even the entire MPP, these Agyapadie documents beneficiaries would have willed the minerals of Ghana to them. Is it not strange that in the Agyapadie documents, it is captured that they will collapse most of the financial institutions and elevate theirs. Today, where is CBG? What happened that CBG came into existence? Where is Beige Capital? Where is Unibank? Where is GN Bank? Today, Indom is suffering. A bank that had employed lots of Ghanaians. Where is UT Bank? A bank that was doing so much well. What are they today? And it's captured this. All these things I mentioned. Is it coincidental? Is it a man of God that wrote all these prophecies down and then all these prophecies had fallen in place? If not for the fact that the vigilance of the NDC, the energy sector takeover. You remember the PDS? The PDS scandal, where these people, so dishonorable, so wicked, wanted to take over the whole distribution, energy distribution of this country. Electricity Corporation of Ghana. They came, they did not build. They came, they did not bring anything new on board. But yet they came to steal, they came to destroy. And they wanted to take over the Electricity Corporation of Ghana. And even when you look at that document, KMJ, you want to buy the whole ECG. There's a bank guarantee. Bring money if you want to buy. Bring money. Lajan, cash, kudi. They changed the clauses in the contract. And they made it that it became an insurance guarantee. These people did not pay 1 Ghana cedi. They took over the Electricity Corporation of Ghana. They collected electricity bills for 6 months in Ghana. 6 months. Up to now, that money has not been paid back. That money has not been paid back.
Owusu-Bempah wants the IGP to take over this issue and interrogate it and arrest those behind it. Is the NDC worried about it?
How does the IGP take over these issues and interrogate it and arrest the people behind it? What is IGP takes over issues that are against the laws of Ghana? Now, when a family decides that they want to take over Ghana, when a family decides that they want to elevate their family, when a family decides that, and what even is so disgusting about this whole thing is the thing that they put there that they want to elevate JB Dankwa, how they want to elevate him. And you see with the emergence of Founders Day and all those stuff, if you read about JB Dankwa, he's one of the people and the evils that went against this country. A man that found Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah, and you know the things that these people did against Kwame Nkrumah, and you know why Kwame Nkrumah even brought up the PDA, Prevention Detentive Act, where now he had to jail people straight to prison without sending them to court. You know what these people did to this country, Ghana? And, their sons and their grandchildren have come and they are trying to make sure that they materialize the dream to uplift their family. No member of the NPP, even from the Volta region, even from Greater Accra, even from the Ashanti region, should come and be defending them today on these matters. I said that the Agyapadie document, even if it's fabricated, all these cannot be coincidental. These people know exactly what they are doing. They want to take over Ghana. And we should make sure that the only way we can stop them is by voting them out.
Okay, let me go to lawyer. Lawyer, I'm trying to find something that I'll read, but I mean, you start and then I'll get that. Gabi posted something that I want to.
What Gabi posted?
Yeah.
Good morning to our viewers. Good morning to my fellow panelists. KMJ, what's all this talk for? What is all the talk for?
We're scared. People are scared. People
That's
are asking
all
questions.
this talk for.
We want a better Ghana.
Whose picture is here?
That's what for Yamochi, Sergeant for Yamochi.
Whose picture is here?
His Excellency the President for Sergeant for
This document, if it's not true, is that not character assassination?
Which they can take it on.
Exactly. So why don't they take it on? Simple. The court. Prove your innocence. And when you look at the breakdown of things that have happened, I would have hoped a body, a For me, that body should be the media. Go into everything dito to see the truth behind it. Because there are certain names mentioned in this document that are frightening. We need to be able to prove they have nothing to do with this document. Now, they're saying it's NDC. So you know who brought the document. No, so. You know who wrote the document. If
So
they're
you
saying it's NDC,
now take it on.
you could now take them on. Why don't you take them on? That's all the shouting who have four. And is that not a huge blip on the president if he's being involved in this kind of document? I would have expected. The day the president said something about it, he would have told the whole nation, this is untrue, and I'm going to get my lawyers to go into it.
The untrue part he said, he actually said that it was not.
I said,
but
yeah.
they're investigating
So
it.
it's untrue.
the lawyers.
What are you going to do about
Exactly
it?
What do you do about it? Yeah.
What are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
It's a damning document. It's damning. You look at what is in there. It means you want to make us subjects and you be the kings. And sometimes you tend to ask yourself, were they in 1951 to 57, the events of 51 to 57, was it that they felt Nkrumah snatched their property from them? When you look at some of the details, the forward you read. Now, I don't know whether this is true or false. It needs to be proven. But there are certain things in here that bend towards a possibility that it is true. And let me give you one. Agyapadie royalties. The passage of the Minerals Income Investment Fund Act. And if you have this document, it is 31, box 31. It talks about Agyapadie royalties. I have here, and you read it. You read it. Tell me what is there.
So this one says the Jesse Financial Services Commission, Companies Registry, Companies Jesse Law 1991, Certificate of Incorporation, change of name of a limited company. When it was registered, the registration number is over there, 1302111. And it says, I hereby certify that Asase Royalties Limited, a private company incorporated under the Companies Jesse Law 1991, as amended, having changed its name by special resolution, has today been entered on the Register of Companies Incorporated in Jesse as a private company having the name of Agyapadie Royalties Limited. It was dated 10th of August 2020 and was signed on behalf of the registrar.
So let me read this here. What is here? It says, Agyapadie Royalties, the passage of the Minerals Income Investment Fund Act. The setting up of the first special purpose vehicle, Agyapadie Royalties, in Jersey. What did you just read?
Just Jersey.
In Jersey.
Yeah.
Would allow us, acting in various capacities and through our friends, to acquire majority of the stake to be listed on the London Stock Exchange and the Ghana Stock Exchange. The cash flow will be strategically undervalued to maximize our returns. We will get a share of the money raised through IPO on the two exchanges through paved way, inverted commas, begin and close, payments by contractors who will work on MIF-funded projects. We will also get a share of the dividends for our equity holding in the SPV. Did this particular issue, didn't it spark discussions in this country?
Yeah.
When everything was done through Jersey, especially with the MIIF, as I said, I don't know whether it's true, but look at the similarities. So somebody, I think, if not president, the MPP themselves, if they feel this document is done by the NDC and it is a character assassination on Oforipenyi and the president, take it to court. Simple. Let the court decide. The court will go into it. The court will investigate all the issues. Then the truth will come out. It's simple.
So Gabby says this. It says that if you believe a family will document its alleged evil plans against the very village they proudly live in, document it all in revised copies of a book, and impose a portrait of the head of family boldly on its front cover, then please do have your head properly examined. It may help you greatly.
This document wasn't.
Is that not something we
this
supposed to look
document
at?
wasn't supposed to have come out.
But that was a risk you
Wait.
took.
Wait, what is up here? What is up here?
Restricted.
What
Yeah,
does
that's
that mean?
restricted at the top.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Whoever crafted this document wasn't supposed to come out. Unfortunately, it came out. Fortunately, it came out.
But like you're saying, would any family decide that they want to put themselves in
When
the
you
best light?
when you take people for granted, you feel you have one leg over them, you will do anything. You'll do anything. You see, unfortunately, in this country, instead of us having a democracy of development, we have a democracy of elections. Look, every 4 years, getting towards elections. In fact, when we finish an election, we start campaigning immediately after. The development is just jagged. Because if the development was consistent, what would you find? You find progress all the time. Can you tell me that in this Fourth Republic, we've been able to move, if nothing at all, employment to a higher level? Can you tell me? Can you tell me? Can you tell me that we've been able to move the private sector into a realm where the private sector has power and influence? Can you tell me in these 30 years? Can you tell me? So if somebody has a plan and they want to execute the plan and they feel they can take you for granted to execute the plan, they will do it. For me, take it to court. Simple.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try and get some messages, but don't forget that this segment is proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise, still from Papa Pathy. And again, we're giving out cash today. It's start to 81 hash, and you can play. Option is number 7. It's Joy Prime, and you can also play and win some money for yourselves. A lot of people have won already, and so we have so much that we're giving out. So all you need to do is to just play a star 281 hash, and you're good to go. Can I get the messages over there? And yeah.
Do you really think that anybody who is caught out will admit?
That the person leaked it, or the person
No,
who
if
is part of
if I did it right now, if I wrote the document and you KMJ find out that I did it and you ask me, I'll accept it.
No. Anyway. All right, so let me get some few messages and then we'll come back again. This one over here, it's coming from Konsi Gariba from Tamale, and he says, good morning, KMG. The Agyapadie document is truly fake, and it doesn't need our attention in any circumstances. It's unfortunate you find some educated opposition individuals speaking to it as if it's a policy that would win them power. The same opposition said that, including Mr. John Dramani Mahama, that a Northerner can never become the flag bearer of the NPP party. Fortunately, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is the flag bearer of the NPP party, and because that lies had failed, they are coming out with another lies to confuse the Ghanaian voter. No wonder the NDC votes are shrinking in every part of the country, because emptiness can never win any political party power. It's possible for doctor and doctor. All right. This one says that, good morning, KMJ. It's so obvious that our Voltarian brothers who found themselves in the NPP have no option than to shamelessly defend this undefendable. KMJ, I would say these good brothers have chosen the wrong people to associate with. We don't trust the Airways Nanado. I will do single man demo against Keta. See defense. Napo, Voltarians, wake up. This Agyapadie document is not in your favor. So do take a break, please. Togbe Banini inside Keta Sensor. It says, bro, Senor, you must be very careful. You are even shouting too much while defending a rot. Okay, so that's for you, Senor. Let me go to this one over here. And it says that, good morning, host. Please don't allow Akufo-Addo and his spring daughters to divert attention from their diabolical agenda in the Agyapadie book. Agyapadie is not a fairy tale, but a manifesto by the Achim Mafia to plunder the nation and to build a tribal empire. Indeed, the owners of Agyapadie have committed treasonable acts against the state, so they must be arrested before they plunge Ghana into anarchy. Again, the enemies of Ghana and their political appointees must not enjoy any privileges or ex gratia after leaving office, since they have looted more than what's due them. Probably a citizen, not spectator, sent in that one. All right, let me go to this one. It says that, KMJ Akufo-Addo is diabolic for clandestinely recruiting people into the security agencies without due process and transparency. Alternatively, publications are made in the state newspapers for recruitment, but Akufo-Addo has step-sided these processes and doing the untoward. Here, Akufo-Addo is a lawyer, but he always acts ultra-wise. Now, Agyapadie document is real and carefully crafted, and its contents are being implemented. So Ghanaians should not listen to Akufo-Addo and vote massively against Bawumia to save the country from the claws of these rapacious wolves. Now, good morning to you, especially lawyer Kwame Jantua. As Charles Champon sent in that one. Let me go to this one over here from Alasan, Misuna in Tema. It says, good morning. Please kindly ask the MPP man, is he happy Akufo-Addo has packed all sectors of the economy with his family and friends? This issue of leasing government institutions to his family is worrying. The Agyapadie document implementation is real. The Kotoka International Airport Terminal 3 has been given to Akufo-Addo's daughter, and now the agenda is to sell Commander Sugar Factory again to their cronies. Just look at the names: Asase Radio, Asase Royalties, Agyapadie PDS, Agyapadie. Let's vote the NPP out come 7th December to end this this takeover and state capture. That's our last sent in that one. All right. This one says that, KMJ, I'm surprised this so-called document is your subject of discussion. Please, who authored this document? Who has come out of to own it? So now any faceless individual at all can write something. It becomes a gospel. Who in Ghana is called Ofriata, and I'm amazed. This has something that captured Ghana and a lot of other things that concern a lot of Ghanaians. And so if you think that it's not worth talking about, I don't know where you stand. KMJ, good morning. The NPP has really failed Ghanaians, so they now see the need to apologize now. When they were taking the wrong decision, were they listening to any advice? I'm surprised they never removed any tax to relieve the masses. We are hungry. Let's fuel the so-called better economy in our pockets. We have no hope in the selfish government. KMJ, we are still paying some high lorry fare, same high price of food items in the market, still high fare of ECG tariff. So what is good about this economy now that we the ordinary Ghanaians? Every day, external creditors borrowing galore. Oh my God, look at the recent judgment where Honorable Fortune and Ajapa were freed. This is the beginning of victory for NDC. If God says yes, nobody can say no. John in Achim Tafo sent in that. Meshach is in Asante. Meshach Asante is in Amasaman. He says, what a funny. The government led by the finance minister is apologizing to Ghanaians, seeking for forgiveness for the mess, hardships, and suffering they have caused to Ghanaians. We will give them a shock answer on December 7 by voting massively for President Mahama to save the country from further damage. 24-hour economy all the way. Greetings to Sedem Afenyo, incoming MP Amasaman. This one over here says that, good morning, KMJ and your respective panelists. With regards to this Agyapadie document, journalists and investigation bodies are not doing us a favor at all. So you cannot trace to detect those who published it first before tabling it on to discuss on national TV. If you don't know the author of a book, why discuss it? The lies in this country, especially during election years, is becoming outrageous. From Abdul Karim Zugulana in Kujagu in the northern region, sent in that. This one says, good morning, KMJ. Please tell the MPP man that if someone can sit down and read your mind of what you're going to do in future, that person is more clever than the whole MPP party and Achim Mafias. Whatever it is in the Agyapadie criminal book had come to pass, and please let the NPP man speak to the issue, and you should stop shouting over there. Daniel from Kando. Okay, the name is KMJ, by the way. Good morning, host. Tell the NPP man that the Agyapadie is real and we don't need the explanation, but they should be rest assured that come December 7, we shall dismantle the document by voting massively against them. Kalim from Breman Eshiem in the central region sent in that. And this one says, good morning. That's another Kiamoabuati in Ablikma Central. And it says that Dr. Baumia is breaking the age. That is the AKA for Nana. Okay, good morning, KMJ. Instead of the NDC bringing policies to Ghanaian for consideration, they are hiding under illusion that they have won the election in advance because of the current economic situation. And it's also restored to malicious propaganda to win votes, but Ghanaians do not have short memories. Anyway, regards to Ambassador Michael Quay Jr., CEO of Ghana Free Zones Authority and PC for Tommy Kwabenya constituency. All right, there are a lot of your messages. Let me just go back to my guest, and then later I'll try and do some before we wrap up here on the show. Okay. Senor, Gabi says that we should have our head examined if we believe in this document.
And I don't believe it.
But he didn't say anything to deny that, oh, this is something that is not coming from us. He's just asking us not to believe evil plans that have been set
I think
up.
this should be his second tweet to this document. Post on Facebook.
That he said that we shouldn't take it serious, or we should disregard it.
The fact is,
or they would want to take it
the
on.
fact is, this document, wherever it's coming from, whoever that sat to document this sequence of events, actually evil, wicked, must be treated like one of those people. And I'm saying that this document is full of propaganda, is full of lies. Now, you see, prior to 2020, the event of the Agyapadie deals, this document was called the Achim Mafia Plan. You see, if you are really smart, follow the sequence of events. Now, prior to that, it was not a Agyapadie document. It was the Achim Mafia Plan 2017. Now, if indeed the said document is a strategic document for the said group that is being alleged, then from the very initial stage, we should have the name Agyapadie document on it. But fast forward, when the Agyapadie deals came in place after the brouhaha concerning the Agyapadie deals, quickly the document was revised to validate the Agyapadie deals and all the intricacies or the communities that came.
But senor,
I'm coming. The communities that came out of that. It now validates the so-called Agyapadie deals. So they now term the whole document as Agyapadie document. Because this Agyapadie document came after the Agyapadie deals. So it tells you that day in, day out, there's a revised edition of the book. Immediately, these people see that there is something coming up or something has happened. They factor it into it.
But senor,
now, the NDC again, or the ones behind this book, they claim that the media houses, SYZ and the rest, must be closed down. Today, is SYZ live on air or not? Today, is Radio Gold live or not?
It was closed down.
No,
So
it was closed down based on
live.
what? On what basis were they closed down?
The NCA did, but I'm saying that it was closed down.
You see, if the document is saying that these media houses
were they closed down or not? Were some of them closed down or not?
Are they completely closed down?
No, were some of them closed down or not?
Are they completely closed down?
I'm asking,
They are. What I know
some of them closed down before.
They were closed down before.
Reinstated.
Of course.
Yes. So if you want to make the argument in that direction, then obviously it happened that there was some.
It never happened. If we are to go by the plans in the book, what it means is that those radio stations or media houses should not be in existence by now. They should be taken over by the
These are individuals and companies that
now,
actually
again, the same document. Again, the same document is saying that. The same document is saying that Honorable Kojo Nkrumah would be moved to Ministry of Communication or Communication.
With the issue with Napo and all that.
What happened? Is he at the Communication Ministry now?
What do you call it? Samia Oku and all that. They had that.
I don't know any issue between him and Samia Oku.
That was mentioned in the.
So I'm saying that whoever that sat down to draft this document is evil and wicked.
Senor, the question I want to ask you is this. Are you not worried that if there was even someone who is behind this and is writing all these things, these are very personal issues in the NPP? Are you not worried that that person is able to have access to those information and project them in the book?
No, but
if you say, am I not worried that somebody is able to have access to this?
No, because these are very
This
personal.
information are
These
public
very
knowledge.
personal. No, not all.
These are
many of the
events-
issues here are not public knowledge.
These are events that has happened.
All of them?
Agyapadie royalty deals. Didn't it happen?
No, you mean all of them?
No,
I know.
Of
If
course,
it
every
mentions some of
single
them,
thing.
it mentions some of them. I
Almost
understand.
a lot of
All of them
Come on,
cannot
about
be seen to have happened.
99% of the things mentioned are events that has happened. The amalgamated bank, they said, well, Ghana amalgamated bank received 800 million Ghana cedis from BOG, or received. They mentioned an amount over there. I think it's around 800 Ghana cedis. 800 million Ghana cedis.
So you're claiming that all the things that have been said here
it was
are things that are
actually
public?
this whole thing. It was lifted from BOG's report. Now these are events that has happened, and as far as this event has happened, it becomes public knowledge.
Almost everything in the document.
Come on, I am telling you that these are events that has happened. Now, are you telling me that Professor Kuku Hassan's article that he published on Facebook, that was on CDD's website? You are not aware of that? You want to tell me that it is not an event that happened, that whoever that sat to draft this document imported into the document? Are you telling me that the people are not aware that the said media houses were at a point closed down and were reinstated again? Are you telling me that the said people who sat and actually planned this evil, wicked act are not aware that Dr. Antoinette Kafo was going to be moved? What are we saying?
So is the NPP going to take this up? Are we going to take legal action against whoever that is behind this?
The president has come out to tell us publicly that this document is a total fabrication.
So it ends there?
But I want you to understand something. That this election we are going into, it is not going to be an election of lies. No. And I'm putting that on record. The NDC and its apparatchiks must be prepared to come to the table. Let's debate the issues. That is why His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia is calling for a debate. Why is John Mahama running away from the debate?
Okay.
No, please. You see,
you got time for me.
John Dramani and the NDC feels that they have anything valuable, important, policies or whatever be it, to tell the ordinary people of this country, the good people of this country, they should come out and tell us. See, let me tell you, 10 years ago, prior to the 2016 election, the Gen Zs that were then in the system, they did not know what the NDC and John Dramani Mahama did. So the NDC and its apparatchiks think that they can ride on lies because the then children or brothers and sisters of ours did not see the wickedness, the embarrassment our brothers went through in terms of job loss, in terms of nurses and teachers training allowances, in terms of the dooms we went to. But one thing that is very good is that, thanks be to His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, there is digitalization in place. Free SHS has been introduced. For that matter, the 10-year children who were then within the 2016, they are now 18 years. They think they can capitalize on those 2 million people who vote for them. But they cannot, thanks be to free SHS, they can read and write.
Okay.
They can be able to go to Google to know how John Dramani Mahama said that he was not going to support free SHS. How John Dramani Mahama said he was a dead goat syndrome. For that matter, today, he wants to rebrand himself and come back and tell us that he is actually the one who brought free SHS. No.
Okay, Senor, end for me.
Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, he has outlined his vision.
I'm not going to come back to you again.
Are you going to give me time again?
No, but if you ask you to stop, you stop. Then I come back to you again.
It's talking for more than 10 minutes.
I'll not come back to you again. No, you're blinded. If you say anything, I'm not coming back to you again. Okay.
If you don't come to me, if I allow you, don't come to me.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you allow and you come back to me. So what I want you to understand is that His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, every single thing he's doing, he's not seeing this election as election that will ride on lies. He is purposeful, he's focused, he's outlining his vision for everybody. And I believe that every single both solution that he has outlined is possible.
Okay. Neto.
KMJ.
Yeah.
there are no better words to describe the Agyapadie document than using the words of MPP communicator Emmanuel saying Ameklinu, that is wicked, it is evil, and whatever. If he's calling the people that scripted it as evil and devilish and whatever, then the people who implemented it are the devils themselves. The people who implemented it are Satan themselves.
Does the NDC know where this is coming from?
I don't know where it's coming from. So why we all don't know where it's coming from. There are too many occurrences in the Agyapadie document that have happened that there are too many that you can say they are coincidental. If it's just about one or two, you can say they are coincidences. So if Emmanuel saying
explain that because
if Emmanuel saying is describing that the people who
he explained that some of the issues are public knowledge, and that's where they are all the whoever is behind is speaking them.
If Emmanuel saying MPP communicator sits on national television and tells us that the people who scripted the document, they are evil, they are devilish or whatever, then the people who implemented it are Satan and the devils themselves. Now I'm coming to this document. I'm telling the people of Ghana that, see, our hope for this country, if we don't take care, and these people will give Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo a third term by making Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia the president of Ghana, our woes will be heavier. The yokes and the burden that we are going through today. Today, that's the people go to market and you buy tomatoes for 20 Ghana cedis. Today, that people go to market, that they buy butter bread for 22 Ghana cedis. Today, that people go to market, that they buy 3 tubers of yam for almost 100 Ghana cedis. 3 tubers of yam for almost 100 Ghana cedis. And it's happening under the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. I will make a mistake by giving him a third term in the person of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. We are going to suffer. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is professing bold solutions. Bold solutions to do what? Bold solutions to loot this country. Bold solutions to perpetrate the corruption that they are doing. Bold solutions to do what? What clear policy is he talking about? It's talking about giving unemployed youth who do not have purchasing power to buy things that they want.
They are saying at least they are saying something.
To buy purchasing power to buy things that they want. To buy, I'm coming there. To buy things that they want. Unemployed youth, and you tell them that you give them mobile phones and you give them iPhone. Dr. Mensah has made a statement about it. That see, your future is greater than the mobile phones. Your future is greater than iPhones. You need to get a purchasing power. We need to give them jobs. That is why His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is not going about telling people and Ghanaians that move fast here, no money. That is why John Dramani Mahama is not going around dancing on stage. John Dramani Mahama is promising the youth of this country.
By the way,
John Dramani Mahama is promising the youth of this nation.
That's not true.
John Dramani Mahama is promising the youth of this nation jobs. That is why every Ghanaian youth listening to me this morning, John Dramani Mahama is professing the 24-hour economy. And the 24-hour economy is out of the box solution to make sure that we mitigate the unemployment situation that we have in this country. For people who work within the standard working hours of 8 hours, and employ about 100 people within that 8 hours. John Dramani Mahama is bringing a purposive, a deliberate policy to businesses and factories in this country to make sure that their cost of running their businesses in terms of electricity tariffs, in terms of tax incentives given to them, so that they employ more youth into the system. And the 24-hour economy, if implemented under John Dramani Mahama, is going to make sure that we have access to export and it will cushion our city. So our city will not depreciate. It's going to reduce youth unemployment. It's also going to reduce inflation because we have excess of food. John Dramani Mahama, through the running mate, Professor Jenana Opoku-Agyeman, is promising Ghanaian women, all ladies listening to me, you know that the women, they actually take care of the homes. When you empower a woman, the women are entrepreneurial. When you look at people like even our mothers, that used to sell even just cocoa and are able to take their children through school, through universities. If you empower women, but then what happens? When they go and they're looking for funds to do their businesses, they ask them for collaterals and then all that. John Dramani Mahama says that your wars are over. He's bringing the National Women's Bank. And the National Women's Bank is going to have board of directors who are all women, CEO who are women, cashier tellers women, security who are women. It's going to be run entirely by women. And they are going to make sure that 1 million Ghanaian women are going to benefit and get capital to invest in their businesses. If you empower a woman, you empower a nation.
Okay.
If you empower a woman, you empower a household. So
mental.
John Dramani Mahama, again, talking about youth, you and I, KMJ, it's so difficult for a Ghanaian youth within, after university, 23, 24, 25 to 30 years, even to 40 years, to get a simple 2-bedroom self-contained. To even build a simple chamber house self-contained or single room self-contained. You know what John Dramani Mahama is telling Ghanaian youth? You know what John Dramani Mahama is telling people who have rent issues? You know what John Mahama is telling the youth who cannot build houses? When he comes to power in 2025, inshallah, by the grace of God, he's saying that the housing deficit we have in this country, the youth who cannot build houses. See, if you're a government worker, choose any land and they'll bring you design based on your affordability. They'll bring you design. And you have about 15 years, 20 years working lifespan. You're going to choose any land where you want, and they decide that you want the house to be built, and they're going to build it for you, and they'll do that small. They'll build it for you and give it to you in the mortgage system. But then these are policies.
We do all this in 4 years.
We do all these things in 4 years.
Okay.
Before, in 4 years, you did Terminal 3. In 4 years, you did the Maritime Hospital.
Okay.
In 4 years, you did the University of Ghana.
No, I mean, like the NPP.
So I'm telling you, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the bold solution is to come and perpetrate their stealing, to come and perpetrate their corruption. And you know, yesterday, my national communication officer went on a press conference. And the press conference that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who spoke about sole sourcing, is sole sourcing contracts, millions of Ghana cedis to his brother. And you want to vote for them? A man who's dancing on stage, not telling Ghanaians any clear policy. What policy of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia do you know? Tell me.
Okay. Thank you, Neto. Thank you. But we're still giving out cash over here. Star 281 hash is the number you can dial right now. And quick cash will give you some money. So we're giving you as much as 1,000 Ghana cedis, 2,000 Ghana cedis. All you need to do is to play a star 281 hash and you're good to go. Now, don't forget that option is number 7, which is Joy Prime. And you can vote as many as you can play as many as you wish. It's just star 281 hash and you're good to go. All right. So yeah, you got to play. You got to play. 1,000 cedis is a lot. Lawyer, let me ask you. It's a bit some way, but I want to get your opinion on that. 2016, we had free HSS making a very huge decision for the NPP in elections. I mean, obviously, it has continued for the time that we are in right now. It looks like the 24-hour economy seems to be one that would probably match the free SHS in terms of communications, in terms of what the deal breaker for the NDC. Is that what we're saying?
What do you mean, is that what we're saying?
As in, is that also going to be the deal breaker for them, just like it did for the NPP in 2016 with the free SHS?
Well, that is their flagship.
Exactly
project.
what, yeah.
So it's the flagship project. So depending on how they handle it, depending on how they communicate it, depending on whether there's going to be an impact, we are all yet to see. When Nanadu came and talked about free SHS, quite a lot of people thought, where is he going to get the money from? Because he wasn't able to tell us where he was going to get the money from. Yeah. And today, although we have free SHS, there are major challenges with free SHS. It's not running as smoothly as we expected it to run. So, it's their flagship project. But KMJ, isn't it a sad nation? Isn't it a sad nation that such a document has come out and our intelligence services cannot investigate it?
You're going far.
I mean, no, I'm not going far. What are our intelligence institutions there for? You're saying they cannot get to the bottom of it? That's what we're saying. And isn't it even more sad where political parties sit on a platform and call each other liars? Isn't it even more sad? Where's the hope for the people? If the political parties we are voting into power are liars, where is the hope for the people? It's challenging for me. Very, very challenging for me. So it means within this Fourth Republic, nobody has told the truth. We go and we vote and it's all lies. How does that help the nation? Look, we have to be very particular going into the next election. We've got to be very particular in those promises we are making. 2026, 2027, 2028, 2029, 2030 ain't going to be an easy time for this country. The impact of what we're seeing today, the results of what we're seeing today with the economy, the impact is going to be felt then. If we're able to go through IMF, it's supposed to end when? 2026. Where are we getting the money from to move the economy forward? What are we doing towards that? I would prefer us talking about that now instead of the promises. At this present moment, this election should not be about promises. We tend to infiltrate certain things into the minds of Ghanaians. What is that thing? Promises. We'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this. You get in and realize the rot in there, then you turn around and say, you're unable to do anything. And that is where this lie thing comes in. What kind of society are we trying to build? What? Shouldn't there be a situation where we know where we are today? Let's sit down and analyze how we are going to handle from this point going on. Because government is not meeting its revenue target now. As we said now, we are not meeting. Are we going to go back for loans? See what loans have done to us. The middle class that is in there, they are supposed to talk. They are not talking. Has it not affected them? Right down to their savings? And we're trying to say, we haven't got to a stage in Ghana where political parties and politicians should sit around the table and plan better. Is that what you're trying to say? Instead of this flying and this one is lying, this one is that what we want? Is that what we want? Look, some of us are far older than you. The future of this country is in the hands of you, the youth. And if you, the youth, do not see a future for this country, are you going to stay, are you going to leave? Right now, if CNN come and say, KMJ, we've seen your programs on Joy Prime. And they say, oh, we want you. They don't even say come to CNN. Oh. They say, we want you to be a correspondent for us in Ghana. Would you stay in Joy FM?
I probably will turn into Larry.
You will go. You will go. And this is where, at this material moment, our elections, when we have elections, and this is the sad thing about it. Politicians have come. They're coming to beg us for this. They're coming to beg us for that, to vote them into power. But then they come and sit on our necks. Where is the service of the politician to the people? Where's the service? Because that position of being a politician is a service arena. Look, ideally, the past German chancellor, the lady, what did she do? After she finished, handed over, she went back to her flat. When she walks in town, people bow down to her. Why? Because she did a good job. Does it happen here? Does it happen here?
No,
look, the people of Ghana should sit up. We are the ones who have the power. And if we don't use that power, the politicians will run circles round us. Why? Because of the personal interest in there. And it is that personal interest that is killing this country. If we do not find a way to change our route, okay.
Let me get my last messages and then we're done for today. I know Senor is asking for more, but I told him he didn't listen to me. I said, Senor, if you continue, I'll not come back to you.
You started with
oh,
it's okay.
End with me. Let me go. Let me do what I have to do.
You started with this, at least end with me. If you run about to run up. Don't worry, you'll be given time to run up.
All right. This one says, good morning, KMJ. Due to Dr. Bawumia's massive campaign and acceptance in the North, Mr. Mahama has started his campaign with lies at the North. Sadiq Adams asked Mahama his plans for sports infrastructure. Mahama told Sadiq and all media present in his media encounter that due to economic strength, he can't promise any sports infrastructure. Same Mahama, after the statement, is promising the people of Bolgatanga a standard sports stadium. Scam alert, NDC never again. It's coming from K. Frimpong. Let me go to the next one over here. It says, this is a very long one. How do I do this? We're busy preaching digitalization. Are we aware of the evil part of the digitalization? I would like you to read the following. Job displacement, automation, and AI may replace human jobs, particularly in sectors with repetitive tasks. Digital divide. Not everyone has equal access to digital technologies, exacerbating existing social and economic inequalities. Cybersecurity risk, increased digitalization, increases vulnerability to cyber attacks, data breaches, and identity thefts. Now, this one, you have to stop Elon Musk first, though, because that's where everything is coming from. Yeah. Please tell the NDC communicator to stop talking about the women banks. They should bring Setnam Tamaklo, former CEO of Maslog, to Ghana before they can be preaching about women bank. The Maslog money was that is supposed to support our market women was shared by the NDC like Kelewele. Ghanaians should not fall for this policy, deception and lies. Dr. Baumia is the best man to lead. Master Planner Junior in Kitampo sent in that one. Let me go here and see. Okay, I think I've read that one. This one says, Efo Senyo, I will beg Dela. I don't know what you oh, come on, I'm supposed to be an American. Look at me. Efo Senyo, I will go get Dela. What's that supposed to mean? Let Ghanaians take the decision whether we should take this book serious or not. But seriously, we will because of the happenings. The whole problem is our media houses. These books and the happenings should be looked and discussed from non-politicians so that Ghanaians can have the real story of this book and its seriousness. And that's from DJ Body 2 from Kumasi. You making it very hard for me to go and explain myself to my grandfather this morning. You have to be careful. NDC is never an option. They lack campaign message to so they resort to attacks. If a communicator said on national TV and thinks voting for Dr. Baumia is a third term for President Nana, then a vote is for Mahama is what? Then it can also be equated to Mills Mahama third term. Master Planner again with that. Okay. This one says, good morning, KMJ, and to your panelists. If the NPP guy is referring to the Ghanaian voters ordinary, we accept. Oh, I think he corrected that. Yeah, he corrected that. It was a slip. Kojo in Kufta, he corrected that. Yeah, it was a slip. Good morning. Please tell the NPP guys in your studio to relax and communicate. Ask him this question for me. If the person who drafted the Agyapadie document is wicked, how will you describe the person who implemented it? But there's one for Esquire, and then maybe we're done. It says, good morning to Mr. Jantua. Why will an experienced driver debate useless mate? Kubila inside Tamale. Okay. It was the good morning to Mr. Jantua for me, by the way. Good morning, Kevin. The NPP is a disappointment. We would vote Mahama to show them they don't own Ghana. If you're from Kumasi, a lot of your messages. I'm trying to see if I can as many as I can. Good morning, Kevin, your panelists. Please do you remember that the Ashantis once said that we shall never vote for Tani, meaning Northerner. So my question is, are they going to vote for Tani Baumia? KMJ even said John Will, part of Achimota, last to his family. Political criminals in power. UK wanted to be equal, sent in that one. And this one says, good morning, KMJ. This is Inyaku Emmanuel Bechema Duma. I strongly support the candidate suggestion by your guest. The NPP thinks the document was a coup de one to assassinate their character. Then they should forward this to a competent court of law. If someone was able to read the minds of these so-called men, then that writer is a genius. Kuna Matata, a warm greetings to Honorable Charles Akwasi Esiedu, incoming Workaholic MP for the good people of Tano South. All right, so that'll be all for this morning here on the show. No. Yeah. Thank you so much, Esquire lawyer Kwame Jantua, for joining us this morning. E.A. Metununu also joined us this morning as well. And Sanyo joined us this morning. You had a never man send you away.
He's not a never man. He's not a never man.
He's not a never man.
Yeah, that's why he couldn't write
That's why I put it. Exactly.
What he wrote.
He made it difficult for me this morning.
But what does it mean?
No, he's not a never guy.
It didn't make sense, actually.
It
didn't make sense.
It sounds to be like, say it or blow, get there, like. But it didn't really sound well.
Okay, then we're good. I can explain to my grandfather. Anyway, thanks so much to Twist Clothing GH for giving me my outfit this morning. I love it. You can go on social media as Twist Clothing GH. You can find them there. Loyal Love said, you know, he just feels that I become too... All right, make sure that you keep it. You like it, right?
Is it cotton or is it linen?
Linen. Yeah, but it's I love it.
I can wear something like that.
Yeah, I should make you one.
Make me one.
You said you look too young. You don't like it.
No. Well, I thought it was cotton, but if it's linen, why not?
If Flower looks young, you worry also this.
All right, guys, that's all for now. But there's still more coming up. We've got trends coming your way. We've got our relationship conversation coming your way as well. And we've got an interview with Kojo Sobo. We'll be talking about the Emmy taking over London and Lagos as well. And tomorrow, don't forget that we've got at 1 p.m. We've got changes also coming as well. So you need to make sure that you stay on. We're going to be telling you what to expect on changes tomorrow at 1 p.m. here on the show. All right, so do stay. My name is KMJ. Many thanks to Franco Trading Enterprise for giving us a chance to do this. You can go look for them and please do call them and buy from them. And we're still right here on the show. Do stay.
Newsflash was brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still, fun papa fie.